my ex was honest and open with me about his relationship with sex, right? What his relationship, what his experiences were like, right? When you are a 12-year-old and you're like 6'5", right? My ex was 6'9", but by the time he was 12, I think he was like 6'4", 6'5". So grown women were throwing themselves at him. So he told me about what that experience was like as a young boy, having grown women throw themselves at him, and what the experience was like when he lost his virginity to an older woman, by the way, because again, he looked like a grown man, and what his experience was like when he left where, the state that he was from and the city that he was from to go on a scholarship and play Division I basketball, and what that experience was like going into a campus with new experiences with different types of women that were not in his neighborhood. And like I said, going overseas, like we talked about that because those all shaped how he viewed sex and therefore how he was viewing sex with me. That mattered. How he viewed sex and how he viewed sex with me mattered. That there were things sexually were just off limits because there were certain things that reminded him of things in his past that he could not associate with a woman that he loved, right? There were certain behaviors he thought, no, those are things that I did with women that I didn't give two shits about. And so we talked about that because, again, that had an impact on what we did. But I never dared to ask him, so how many were they? Like, did you keep count? Like, I don't see how that would serve me any good. Ladies, if I was a woman, I would not want to know. And especially if you're the type of woman who wants to date the over 6 feet, over 6 figures, intelligent, confident, all of those things that we want, right? The man with swagger, the man with all of that. If that's the type of man you want and that's the type of man you get, best believe, sis, he's been with a few women. And for the men, your woman can be sweet and church-like and so forth, but if she is a high desired woman and she's the type of woman that when she walks into a room, men are stopping and staring and all of that, best believe it is very likely that that woman has had her experiences. And I'm not saying she's been flung up and had trains ran in her, but she's experienced. If you want a virgin, go get a virgin. But don't get with a woman who you know has had a past and then judge her for that past. If purity is what you want, I say go for it. I think if that's what a man wants, if he wants a woman that is pure and demure and all of that, go find that woman. But the issue becomes you find that woman and then not you realize that that's not actually the woman you want. You like the idea of that woman, but the reality of that person isn't what you want. I like the idea of certain types of men, but the reality of that man doesn't suit what I have created in my mind.